So we talked about pH. Now let's dive a little bit into soil structure.
Yeah.
Since it's gone that way a little bit. So I wish I had a bunch of sheets of paper here or shingles. Shingles is actually the best demo I've seen, or analogy. So improperly structured soil is like a whole bunch of shingles stacked on top of each other. Mm-hmm. And excessive tillage can cause it. We've seen that, fighting plow pans and hard pans, so on and so forth. And so you've got, when you pull soil apart, you have a bunch of loose dirt, and then you get a rain, and it pulls soil back down. You'll see a nice fluffy field, it's worked, and you get a rain, and it'll settle back down. Yep. And so you took, I just said it, loose soil, and then it's back down to a different state. It's back down to compacted. I say compacted to a degree. Tillage has its place.
Yep.
It does have its place.
It does have its place.
Yeah. The diehard no-tillers are throwing things at the screen right now. But
do what the soil requires.
Right. I mean, you and I have gone to strip till instead of mass tillage, and then we did no-till. No-till had its issues. Tillage had its issues, so we've gone to strip till. It's kind of the middle of the road. It's worked great for us. Yep. All right, guys, just want to take a quick second and say, if you haven't checked out our website, go ahead and do so. On there, we have the newsletter, merch, distributor list,
product list,
blog, links to blogs, links to podcasts. It's all on there. Yes, I did write it on my hand, so I remembered all of it. Anyway, it's there. Links in the description. Check it out.
And you're talking soil structure. Something that it just dawned on me is we cleared some ground here a few years ago. That soil was actually dug out to create a new river channel. So they dug the river channel. We're talking 30 foot, 40 foot deep. They stacked it up, made a berm. We dozed the trees off that berm. This is probably 75 years ago they did this. Dozed all the trees off, leveled the berm off, started farming it. Absolute crap.
Really?
It was absolute terrible dirt. I mean, the rest of the field was making 60 bushel soybeans. You get up into that new dirt, maybe 20. It was just, the soil structure wasn't there yet. It was just packed clay with no organic matter, no nothing. Okay, that's been 5 years we've done that. We're just now developing a soil structure. You go up there and you can't quite tell that it's packed clay. It has a little bit more of a loamy feel to it. It's doing better, and that's taken 5 years to get that soil structure back, get a crop going on it. We've added manure to it, trying to add organic matter, trying to get anything we can to develop soil structure. Sure. But we're finally there. It took us 5 years of farming it, trying to farm it properly, no-till, doing everything to it. Yeah. It takes time.
It does take time. That's what's tough is we want to make an application and see it. We want to see that line. I did it on this half and not this half, and this side's greener. Woohoo, we win. Because it's a general American rule of thumb that if it's greener, it's better. Yeah. And, so soil structure, you've got your particles that stack on top of each other. What happens is lack of airflow kills soil biology, And let me be very clear with people watching and listening to this. I'm not telling Heathman nothing he doesn't know. We just started this with, hey, student, teacher, even it could easily be reversed here. So you've got these layers in your soil. And when I say layers, we're talking microscopic layers on top of each other. So you'll see worked ground that will drain water, and then all of a sudden it'll be ponding. And it'll just be a pond out there. Yep. And then the left soil needs to breathe and go work it up. It'll drain water, and then it'll close back up, and then boom, holds more. It just won't drain very well. Yep. And well, the problem is you're working your soil structure out. It's kind of like a piece of wire. So you got a piece of wire, and you bend it a few times, it'll hold. But the more you bend it, break. Mm-hmm. It gets weaker until it finally snaps. Soil's similar in the way that it functions in that way. But so, I mean, we're adding humics because we don't have really high organic matters. Yeah. Humic is carbon. Carbon is really good for microbial life. Mm-hmm. And microbial life is what brings life to soil.
It helps. I mean, it basically is your soil structure.
It is. And so, what humic will do it's a house for microbes is the simple way to think about it. If you have a lot of microbes and no ecosystem for them to thrive off of, they're going to die. And then we see a degradation in soil.
Yeah.
If we start putting back into our soil things that are good for our soil, then we start having a healthier microbial life in the dirt.
Your soil is a living organism.
It is.
It is living.
There are more microbes, there are more living things in one spoonful of dirt than humans on Earth. It's over 7 billion or trillion?
Large number.
Yeah.
Large number.
It's a bunch.
Yeah.
It's as Wesley would say, it's more than 69.
Yep.
69 right now is his infinite number.
That's as high as he goes.
69. Whoa.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so he's lost my train of thought. Soil structure.
Living
And
organism.
Living is a living organism. And so we've got, we're putting, as these microbes cycle, the more oxygen we get in our soil, the better they can breathe. That's huge. And so, and then we start, instead of all these stacked layers, we start putting, it's like ice cubes in a cup. There's voids there, move around, work. And then the better your soil is structured, with proper calcium, proper carbon levels, the better drainage we get, the better nutrient holding capabilities we get, the healthier crops, more drought tolerant, more water we can intake without runoff.
Yep.
Anyway, so